DFTG-1317 AutoCAD architecture for residential. Uh, First things first, I want to commend you guys on getting the work done. You guys have done absolutely amazing as it regards, just, putting the time in to get the drawings done, to put the lines on the paper, so to speak. Let me check my sound. Okay, sound is good. So yes, so today we're actually going to work on the electrical plans, and we're also going to work on the foundation plan, but we're going to roll it out in Testing, testing. Okay. Sound is working properly. Okay, guys, so check this out. First things first, what I want you to do is to open up your Model A, open up your floor plan drawing. Okay, this is where you have your standard floor plans, not your sections. Okay, this is where we created everything as regards the first, second floor, and roof plan and site plan. And I want you to open it up and let's do a save as because we're going to create a different file for electrical. So let's go to save as and do a save as DFTG. Okay, testing, testing. All right, guys, let's continue. So what we're going to do is, let's see. Let's say the shop area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of rooms, okay? And I'll let you guys pick up the rest because everything is pretty much repetitious, okay? So before I do a room, let me go over some of the fixtures. Okay, what we're showing here, these are your light fixtures. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your light fixtures in, and I'll let you guys design your light fixtures how you like. Well, actually, I'll do a light design. I'll do a lighting layout, okay? Ceiling fans, these are light fixtures, okay? These are called recess cans. These little guys here, these are electrical outlets, okay? See that WP by it? That means it's waterproof. Typically, as you can see, this is an outdoor porch area. Typically, when you have outdoor outlets, they are waterproof, okay? Typically, these number threes and these numbers four, when you see numbers by them, that means that switch actually controls three lights, okay? So here you have one light, two light, and three light. And see you have this line coming from this switch, and it's going to this light and going to that light. And I'll show you guys how to draw all of that stuff in, okay? For example, you have a switch here. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. You have a switch here that controls these lights, and then there's another switch. There's three different switches that would control these lights, okay? So we'll get more into detail into that. We won't have a whole lot of that in our electrical plan because our building is not that extensive. But first things first, let's go ahead and let's power up the shop area, okay? So first things first, let's look at this electrical legend. And this is where you're going to just copy everything from. You copy it from your legend. So we want to put some recessed can lights in, okay? And outdoor, your recessed can lights will be waterproof. So as you can see, right here, these are all waterproof recessed cans because they're outdoors. Typically, if it's not actually, we couldn't put a WP about all of them. So we just specified in the notes of the project that these are all to be waterproof recessed can porch lighting. Okay, but that's the reason why I want you guys to bring this in. Let's go ahead and copy over a light fixture. So we want a recessed can. And for those of you who know, you may or may not know what a recessed can is. Let me show you recessed can lights. Let's see if I'm connected. Oh yeah, of course it's gonna work slow because I want to show you guys something. Let's see images. I want you guys to see what that actually looks like in the ceiling. So you see this picture right here, this photograph. This is a recessed can light. It's recessed up into the ceiling. Okay. These lights here, these are called hanging pendant fixtures. We're going to have some of these in our kitchen area, just like it's shown here over the bar. Actually, this looks just like a kitchen that I've designed. But anyway, we're going to have some of these in our kitchen, and I'll show you exactly where they are. So just to give you an idea of what the recessed cans look like. And again, when they are on the exterior of the building, they are waterproofed recessed cans, okay? And let me show you what waterproof electrical fixtures look like. You've seen them, you just don't know exactly what they are. Or maybe you do. When you see these plugs on the outside of the house like this, and they have this covering on it, that's what's called a waterproof plug, okay? See, it says wet location, so that's what that is. You've seen them before, I'm sure of it, okay? Let's jump back into the drawing though. CAD, not really. All right, so yeah, let's copy over a recessed fixture from here. And I'm gonna power up maybe a small room, maybe a large room, and then I'll let you guys kind of do the rest because I'll let you kind of be the designers of your own electrical layouts. Let's see, function F8. All right. So yeah, let's start with this little small room. So this is a little shop room area. So you're probably gonna want something like, maybe one, and then you want to make sure you turn your ortho back on. Let's see, copy. Okay. And you kind of want to do it something like this, okay? And you kind of want to, so you want these guys centered on this wall. So typically what I like to do is I'll draw a line, okay? And I'll draw a line. That's half of it, so TR. And then let's draw another line here. Okay, so you want that can to be centered on that line. Take that line and pull it over to the center. Now you can actually delete this one. Okay, delete this one. And now you want to type in mirror, so MI. Select this guy, select it and type in MI. Then come to your center point here and pull up. Click here, click no. And that's how you know your lights are properly centered on the room. And then you would do the same thing this way. So you would come here, and there's a lot of people like to use the numbers and do it all in their head, and that's cool if you like to do it like that. Sometimes for me it's just quicker to draw it, right? So you go and you select these and you type in MI, and you come to your center point here and you mirror them that way. Enter. Okay, and go ahead and delete your construction lines, and therefore you have your lights centered on that room. Let's go ahead and move this to the center just for aesthetic purposes. So now you have 4 lights centered on that room. And I think the lighting is efficient. There are things that we take into account as electrical designers, as that's what's known as foot candles. Each light will put off a specific amount of foot candles. So you want to kind of be, cognizant of that. But I'm not really going to judge you guys based on that, because that's a little bit advanced. But, with me having the knowledge of the actual subject itself, I have to at least point that out. Okay, this light could have a radius of 3 feet. Okay, so, and if this light has a radius of 3 feet, as it regards foot candle output or lighting output, and this lighting has a radius of 3 feet, if we were to go and add another light here, that would just be a bit much, right? It would be it would cause what's known in the electrical industry as a hot spot. And we try to stay away from hot spots by putting, lights up right on top of each other. Yes, it can be done, but it's not desirable. You follow me? Unless it's something highly, highly, highly specified by the owner, you want to try to stick within the confines and the means. But again, this exercise is just to show you guys how to do an electrical layout. Typically, lighting designs and things of that nature are laid out by electrical engineers. However, I've worked with electrical engineers long enough to know exactly what they require, and I can lay these light fixtures out accurately that would pass electrical code. However, I'm not asking you guys to do that. I'm just asking you guys to do a layout. And this is simple. I'll do 1 or 2 rooms, maybe 3, and then I'll let you guys kind of lay out the rest of the building based on what you want to put in your building, okay? Because this room, you'll have a light switch, right? And you'll probably have a ceiling fan. It's a shop. Nah, we're not going to put a ceiling fan. But let's just say in the family room, in the dining room, in the living room, you definitely want to put ceiling fans. And I'll go ahead and lay that out for you as well. So once you have your lighting fixtures laid out, you're going to come over here and grab a switch. So you see this S? That is just switch. This is telephone outlet. That is a single pole switch. This is the 3-way switch. This is the 4-way switch. Which we probably will not have any of these in our project because it's not extensive like this big, glorious residence that I designed about a year ago. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy over a switch. So you want to just take a single switch, this guy, copy, and you want to place it in the room where light switches are placed. So typically when you walk in a room, you will have a light switch that is placed somewhere about right here, okay? And actually this door swing is swinging the wrong way. So let's go ahead and mirror it. So select it, type in MI, grab the center of it, hit function F8, okay? And this one you actually want to delete its source. That's how that door would open up into that room. You don't want to open it up to the wall, but sometimes it happens. That was actually my mistake. So, and when you see these things, you catch them, you pick them, you fix them, and you keep moving, right? So when you walk into the room, you have a light switch there. And what happened to I deleted something, right? All right, let's do this again. Select the door, MI, pull it up, enter. Let's delete this old one. Now let's go over here and grab a switch. And let's place that switch right on the wall, okay? Typically, you don't want it to be right to the door. I typically like to go anywhere from 6 to 10 inches, all right? You want to, what's my door? Where's my lights? What am I doing here? Oh, I'm on the wrong plan, that's why. Ha! Don't laugh at me, guys. I'm trying to hurry up and crank this out because I've got 100 million things to do today. Um, so yeah, let's place the switch on the wall here, okay? And let me draw a rectangle around this guy so I can know that this is the one we're working in. All right, cool. Now, check the sound. Sound looks good. All right, great. So now what you want to do is you want to use what's known as a spline command. So type in SPL. See, SPL, then the spline command would pop up. All right. And actually, let's go ahead and exit out of that. Let's see what layers have been created for electrical. Okay. Maybe there's a layer created, maybe there's not, but there's a specific line type that we like to show for electrical wiring, okay? And we want to make sure that, see it says electrical fixture, E-light, I don't know what that, electrical outlets, E-room labels, electrical switch. Yeah, it doesn't have electrical trim, electrical text. I don't know which one is E-text, E-text, E-switch, E-room label, E-plan, outlets, E-miscellaneous. Let's try that one. Let's SP, let's try to activate the spline command. I just want to see if it's, no. Okay, so E-miscellaneous, let's modify this layer. Go to layer properties, because we're going to use this to do our electrical line work. And let's go to that layer. It should be highlighted, unless AutoCAD is tripping today like it does sometimes. Like the last time we did this, it wasn't highlighted. It should have the layer that you own highlighted, but sometimes these programs, if they're not 100%, they don't always do what you expect it to do. This is why it's good to get the reps in, because when they don't do what you expect them to do, you have to be able to tell it what to do. So we're on the E miscellaneous layer. All right, let's see it again. And hit REGEN to regenerate the drawing. Let's go back to electrical. There it is. Okay. So now on this layer, see where it says line type? And I don't know if I discussed something with you guys. Let's see. Let's extend this out some. Maybe port freeze, line weight, description. Okay. Oh yeah. So you see this little printer right here? Okay. And we'll stay here. We'll come back down to that. I just want to show you something. You can tell it what layers you want to print and what layers you don't want to print. If you remember when we were setting up the viewports, we had that set on layer 0 because we don't want that viewport to show. You see how the printer here, now it's set to print, but typically when you have that red minus, that means when you actually print, that line work is not going to show up. So I don't think I covered this with you guys. Each layer you can tell it whether you want it to print or not. Okay, so now it's printing, now it's not. All right, so make sure all of your layers are set to print. Def points is another one that comes as a non-print layer by default, so therefore it doesn't even give you the option to turn it on or turn it off. It is a default setting, okay? So this is how you handle your plot settings. We'll get more into that as we get towards the end of the course, as we start plotting our PDFs, and after we set our sheets up and everybody's got all of the notes and things of that nature. But first things first, let's continue cranking out the drawings, which you guys are doing an amazing, amazing job on, so keep it up. Let's go back to that layer. And let's see if Rivet still has it highlighted. I mean, AutoCAD, not Rivet. Let's see if it still has it highlighted. And it doesn't. So either we could, scroll around and find it, or we can just close this out and then click this guy again. And it's on our E-miscellaneous layer. So what we want to do, see how the line type here, this is line type, it says continuous. We don't want that, okay? Let's give it a layer, let's see, that we normally like to use for electrical. And let's see, what I don't see one I like, so you can load, and there's all types of layers here. So let's see, which one do I actually think represents? It's not the dash dot. I don't know it when I see it. Where is it? Phantom 2. Select Phantom 2, okay, and then click OK. And then click load. No, now Phantom 2 should be showing in here somewhere. Let's see, I think this is it right here. No, that's Phantom 2, right here. Then click OK. So now this miscellaneous layer, when we actually draw our electrical line work, is going to come in under that Phantom 2 layer. So let's go ahead and close this out. And let's type in SPL to activate the spline command, so the hotkey. And you want to come click at the edge of the switch, okay? And you want to come click here, go through the center of the light, then go to the center of this light, and you're going to create what's known as an electrical circuit. These lights are all on one switch. So when you come in and you turn this light on, now hit escape twice. I'm sorry. Let's do it again. You have to click before you hit escape twice. So let's go here, here, click here, click here. As long as you snap into the center of the lights. Okay. Okay. SP. My spline keeps disappearing. Let's see. Let's just do one real quick. Because with new versions of CAD, okay, there it is. With new versions of CAD, it changed, but I'm glad we're doing this because the scale needs to change. So let's go here, select it, okay? And actually, let's see something. Line weight, default, transparency. No, that's the thickness. We want to leave it just like that. Okay, let's get out of this. What we want to do is we want to come here, select this, and we want to change the scale. Let's see, not this one. Maybe this will change it. Type in 10 to see what happens. Okay, let's see. Type in 25. Hit enter. Yeah. But we may have to just take this one and place it to the side really quick. Now, type in SPL, and you want to select this guy right here. And just like we did, you want to create what's known as a circuit. Okay. You come here, come here, come here, click off, right click, enter, hit the space bar. Now, there you have your command. Now, let's hit MA for match properties and match this one with that one. Okay. And this is how your electrical line work should look. So when you come into the room and you hit this light switch, all these lights will come on. Okay. So you have a switch and you have what's also known as a light circuit. Now, what are we going to put in the room? Most rooms, most bedrooms, that's required by code. You're going to have what's known as a, where is it? Smoke detector. So you're going to take this, copy it, okay? Let's go ahead and drop the smoke detector. Typically, it's right on the ceiling above the door, so I like to just put it right here, okay? You have your smoke detector. And now we need to go in and put in our electrical fixtures, some of our plugs for the walls here, right? So you'll come here, okay, and you will just get a regular 110 volt receptacle. You want to copy it, okay? And there is a code for spacing. I think you don't want to put them closer than 6 feet, all right? You want to make sure you're at least 6 feet apart. I'm not an electrical engineer, so don't quote me on that, but I know it's something like that, or that's what it used to be. I don't know if codes have updated over the years. And then also, it depends on the location. It varies from state to state. Let's see, function 8. So you want to take this one and just place it on the wall right here. And you want to try to put one on each wall in each bedroom. So copy this guy. And turn your ortho off. And you want to just place one right here. You want to place one right here. And let's just say we'll put one right here up underneath the window. Okay, so let's take it and rotate it. So you have to orient them. hit F, function F8. Let's move it back to the wall. Actually, let's not put this one right in front of the window. I'm not too comfortable with that. Let's place it right here. Okay. I don't think it's a good design to have it right in front of the window. It's just too much going on, water leakage and things of that nature. That's an opening. So you want to center one on this wall right here. Okay. Then take this, select it, rotate it, and move it back to the wall here. You want to try to place it on the center of that wall, which it looks about centered there. Take this one, copy, RO, rotate, and just place it on the wall here. Okay. So there is your typical room layout. Okay. You walk in, you turn the lights on, you have your smoke detector, you have your electrical plugs, and that's pretty much what's going to consist in your standard room. Okay. And that's going to be pretty much consistent for each of the rooms, except for rooms like your family room and things of that nature. You're going to kind of have something a little bit more different. And actually, if this was not a shop, I would say put a ceiling fan in there, but I'm not going to put a ceiling fan in the shop. We'll put the ceiling fans in places like kitchens. We'll have one here in the dining, one in the family, one in the living room, and upstairs we'll have one in each bedroom. You want to place a ceiling fan, okay? In each bedroom, you want ceiling fan. You want a ceiling fan here, okay? And we'll actually wire up a bathroom at the first floor because bathrooms are a little bit different. They're a little bit special. So yeah, I'm probably going to do, let's go ahead and do the garage. That's going to be a fun one, okay? Yeah. Because the garage, they have specified things and things of that nature. Typically, in the garage, you'll have some type of attic access, so we'll show that in. And actually, what we're doing is we also are creating what's known as a RCP plan. And that's basically known as your reflective ceiling plan. So that's why we turn everything off, because essentially you're looking up at the ceiling, okay? So we'll set this up on a sheet for our RCP plan, and for our electrical RCP plan, we'll actually turn this wiring off, okay? And this should be on the RCP layer. It is. So you can type in lay freeze and just freeze the layer, okay? We'll work more details on that once we get it set up. All right. Now, and I'm giving you these guys to look at. I'm going to actually send over the second floor plan as well, because I want you guys to see how to wire up, spaces like this nice bathroom here. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and wire them all up. I think once I do 1, 2, or 3, it's pretty simple enough for you guys to actually pick up on it. And then typically, how I learned was just looking at other electrical plans. Once I understand what the symbols mean, and once I understood how to read this list, then you can actually look at something that's been done and actually do the same things in your building, okay? So typically in the garage, you're gonna have these 2x4 fluorescent fixtures. So that's this guy right here for fluorescent light. So you wanna just copy that over, okay? So hit CO for copy. Let's bring that over to the garage, okay? And let's rotate them. I think for this guy, this guy, they only had 3. So for this guy, we should get away with just having 2, but rotate them vertically. Select and hit RO for rotate. Okay, rotate them vertically. And let's center them on this room. Let's see, how would I like to do this? You know what? Let's, on our floor plan, we'll make an update on our floor plan. What's happening is, with this garage, on our floor plan, I would like to add an elevated component here. So the cars can pull up and you can have this as a bump. And then as you walk in, you would actually step down into the garage, if that makes sense, okay? We'll update that later. But, for right now, no, actually go ahead and update it. And you want to put that on a concrete layer, right? So this same layer that we have here, okay? You want to hit MA. Reason being, it just gives us a guide. You don't want people to come home and having a few drinks and drive straight into the shop, right? So you have a 6-inch step up here, okay? And then you have a 6-inch drop down on this side, all right? So we'll show that how we shown it, on the foundation plan. When we do the foundation plan, we'll show that variation at the garage, okay? So now, what do we have shown in the garage? We have these PBs here, okay? And what the PBs are typically for is push button. These are push button garage door openers, okay? See, PB to garage door openers. So you don't actually show the wiring for that. You just kind of place where you want the garage door openers to be, and you just tell the constructor or the constructors. You tell the contractors that, hey, this is where we want the push button garage door openers at. So let's take these, and actually just take all of this and copy it over. And hit function F8. And you typically want this accessible somewhere like, let's take it and drag it out here. And then let's take this. Let's take the whole thing and rotate it northward. Hit your F8. Boom. And let's take this and rotate it back because we want that to be kind of legible, right? So take that and rotate it. We keep this same text here, okay? Then take this and select this and move it. Take this and take this and move it. What happens is at this point, the contractors will say, okay, where would you like your garage door openers? Okay, so typically they have to be mounted on the garage door. It'll go wherever the garage door is going. So it just depends. So let's go ahead and take this and move it over. Okay, and then let's take this guy and move it up a little bit. And typically you would place this on the side see how we have it placed here next to the door that's coming out of the house? Well, this configuration is a little bit different. The door that's coming out of the house is right here, okay? So you have your shop area, then you walk out into your garage, all right? You have this area, and we're gonna update this. I think we should add another door right here. Either add another door here, or let's just knock this wall out right here and have the shop an open area. That's probably gonna be the best configuration. So on your floor plan, let me go ahead and just place this. Now that we're actually gonna make that change, let's make that change really quick because right now, I think we can make it function a little bit better. So, let's trim this line, take this line, delete it, and extend this line. Okay, yeah. That way, boom, you're walking in and you walk out. I don't like that. Oh, I do not like that. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Undo that. I don't like that. Because it's some kind of shop. You could be in here like spray painting something, right? And then, you got your dining room right here. So no, we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a door on this side that leads into the garage out of the house. Well, the reason why I didn't pick up on it is because we had this guy not noticing that it's basically coming from the exterior side. And that's cool, it's functional, we can do that, but I typically like to provide access to the garage from the interior spaces of the home or the residences, right? So let's go ahead and take this guy and let's hit MI for mirror and just mirror it up, hit enter. And then let's take this guy and offset it 6 inches. And you'll update your floor plan accordingly, right? Okay, and then we'll come here, and then let's take this and move it. Then you have another line here. All right, so now what you do, and let's check the, let's go ahead and check the, let's check the sound. The sound is working just fine, okay? And all right, so let's match the properties here. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up, just like that. okay? And then let's take this door and let's mirror it because I think it should be mirrored. I don't like this. Mirror it just like that and hit yes. And let's take this guy and move it down some. All right, so we'll have a door, coming out of the building into the garage area from the dining room. Not desirable, but it's not horrific. Typically the family room would have been better. Maybe we could change the two, but no, let's leave it as is, okay? Because this is the kitchen, this is the family, kitchen, living, yeah, okay? There's a thing we used to do in school called bubble diagrams that actually helped us determine if spaces were actually applicable as it regards its location to other spaces in a residence. But for this one, we're not, teaching design, we're just teaching drafting. Maybe when they have HCC offers an architectural design course, then maybe we'll get into that. But for us, we're good. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but okay. Something just happened. Okay, so let's rotate here. Let's go ahead and move it over some. I don't know, my computer just did something really weird and indifferent, so I'm going to hit REGEN. And I got stuff that's not showing up right. It's surely coming back to me. I don't know what that was, but okay. Let me make sure my VPN is still working because something is not properly acting right. Okay, yeah, my VPN is still working. Okay, good. Let's continue. I'll only do like another room or two, and then I'll just kind of hand it off to you guys and let you guys go to work. But I'll do the garage, and then I may do the kitchen. Okay, because we can add an island here or something, right? But we'll see. I may let you guys actually do that kitchen based off of what we're showing here. Maybe you can add your own island and your own. These are pendant fixtures. These guys right here, that's hanging down over the island. These are pendant fixtures. If you look on your legend, you can see what type of light fixtures these are. Okay, and I believe I gave you guys a description of what a pendant fixture was. Ceiling mounted hanging fixtures. Okay, same thing as pendant fixture. And my sound is still good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this guy over, right? And let's rotate it. Select it. And my computer has been acting weird ever since it jumped. I don't know what that was. Maybe they've hacked in. Don't know, but okay. If they have hacked in, then they can learn how to do electrical. Hello, welcome to the class. Now, let's go ahead and move this. Now, let's go ahead and take this guy, and these arrows are off now because we rotated it, so let's move these. And let's go ahead and take these and place them on the wall, okay? And this is just basically telling the contractor that we are going to have push buttons for our garage. And we're going to place those guys right here, okay? Let's take these guys right here and mirror them. Hit your ortho, turn it back on. You want to delete the originals and take this and delete it. Now let's go ahead and move this over. I don't know, it's a bit tedious. It is for me. I'm like, okay, this is just a bit much. But when you're dealing with AutoCAD, that's the nature of the beast. You just have to deal with it, especially when you have gone on to programs that does things a lot faster. So let's just place this right here. And then we'll take this text right here and let's get the proper spacing between the two. Snap to it. Let's do it just like that and then hit move. All right, so boom, there you go. You want to just place that right there, okay? Now we have our two fixtures here. I think where we've placed them, we have that 6-inch curb, that 6-inch step up here, and maybe I deleted it. Let's go ahead. It wouldn't show on the RCP anyway. It'll show on the foundation plan, which we have not gotten to just yet. I think the placement of this light is perfect. I would just center it on the garage door. So I would draw a line here from the center of the garage door. Turn your ortho back on.